Hello everybody, this is a quick little flow if you're working on your back mobility and just working on your heart openers and you just need a little, a little routine to get you going, something that you can come back to and keep working on and just building off of what you already know and just slowly building it, advancing it and progressive overloading. This is gonna be perfect, so I'm gonna give you variations in each pose to where you can work along with this so that by the time you do this the 10th time, you're coming into those deeper wheels maybe. So, hope this helps. So as with any back bending practice, we're gonna start with the basics, cat-cow. So bring into your tabletop, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Now on your inhale, let's drop the belly button, pull the chest forward and reach the chin up. And as you exhale, curl around the back, tucking in the chin, really protracting the shoulders. Let's do 2 more of those. So inhale, dropping the front body, flexing at the low back. Exhale, curl and round. Tucking the tailbone and chin. 1 more big inhale. Feeling good. Exhale, curl. Wonderful. Let's go side to side just a couple times. A little fishtail action. Just to loosen up the side body a little bit. And as you do any back bending training, you just want to always warm up the spine with the gentle movements first. And always coming back to the basics. So after you do these side bends, let's do some spine circles. So take this middle vertebrae, drawing circles with it. So if you've floated with me before, you've done this plenty of times. So inhale, round at the bottom. Exhale, round at the top. Inhaling the bottom. Exhale to the top. And let's switch directions. Inhaling the bottom. Exhaling. Last circle. Inhale. Exhale. Wonderful. Drop the hips down onto the heels and bring your knees about hip width apart. So we're gonna come into our child pose first. Just give a little wiggle left and right, massage the hips a little bit. And we're gonna come into puppy pose first. So this first little heart opening, back bend we're gonna do. So I want you to walk your fingers forward and go where you have to stop, where your body just starts to feel comfortable. Maybe it's your shoulders. Maybe it's your chest, but maybe it's right here you stop. Your hips aren't even above your knees. But if you're able to bring the hips above the knees and let the chest drop down, please do so. And just breathe here, 3 deep breaths. And if you ever have a yoga block with you, you can bring the block underneath the chest and that'll let go of a lot of the tension. It'll just ease up the pose, a nice variation to try. But if you're here, we're gonna find a few more breaths. But what we're gonna do is some activation here. So I like to imagine I'm flexing my hands, pushing something. So as you inhale, try to reach the hands away, reaching the low back downward. So dropping the belly button down, reaching the tailbone back. And then as you exhale, give a little curl to the front body, knitting the ribs together. And as you inhale, open it back up, pushing, reaching long. Exhale, curl, very subtle curl. Let's do a couple more of those. Inhale. Exhale, curl. Keep going, inhaling, and you might notice your chest is dropping a little bit lower with every rep. Exhale, curl. Awesome. Let's go ahead and reach forward, drop the hips down, come into Sphinx Pose. So our elbows are underneath our shoulders, hands are out in front of us, and we're pulling the chest forward, maybe giving a little drop to the head, reaching the neck long. So this is just a nice decompression to the spine. It's great to do with any back bending, heart opening flow. Wonderful. On your next exhale, just drop the chest down. We're gonna bring the hands to the side. So we're gonna do some active lotus, engage the back muscles. So first, just do the upper chest. So inhale, reach the head and chest up. Exhale, drop down slowly. Inhale, come on up, maybe a little bit higher. Exhale, down. If you want to lift up the feet as well, you can do it now. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, down. Inhaling up. Let's hold it this time. So if you want to, reach the hands to the back. Reach the hands upward. Really engage your back muscles. Yogi back day today. Maybe squeeze the feet together if that's something you like. And keep coming up. One more breath. Engaging the low back, engaging mid back. and the upper back, even the scapula pulling together. Last inhale. Wonderful. Exhale, come on down. Bring your hands under your shoulders, but a little bit back. So we're gonna pull the chest forward like that Sphinx pose, but come on up as you inhale, maybe just a little bit first. Exhale, down. So we're using the low back to come up. So inhale, neck, chest, low back. Exhale, down. We're gonna do a few more of these. Inhaling, and as you come up, keep pulling the hands back to reach the chest forward. Exhale, down. 2 more. Inhaling. Maybe go up a little bit more. Exhaling. Inhale, last one. Exhale. Wonderful. Bring your hands in a little bit more. Inhale, come into a seal pose. Lift up. And exhale, come back into your down dog. So lift your hips up and back to your version of down dog that feels good, and just pedal out the feet a little bit. Feeling great here. Gotta love back bending. Shake out the chest, shake the head a little bit, yes and no. Feeling good here. Last breath. Wonderful. So we're gonna do some waves here. So as you inhale, curl in, lean forward into your plank pose. And as you exhale, engage the low back, send it back up. So we're gonna do a few of these. Exhale, curl, maybe engage the core a little bit. And then inhale, engage the back side of the core. Inhale, exhale. Sorry, I think I messed up breath for a second there. We're inhaling as we lean forward. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, flexing low back, coming back. Last one. Inhale, you find that fluid motion the more you do it. Exhale. Awesome. Pause it, down dog. Maybe sway a little bit left and right. Feeling good. We're dropping the knees down, coming back into that puppy pose. So walk your hands forward. And again, maybe your hips are behind your knees at first. That's totally okay. This is more of a heart opening pose than a back bend. But you want to warm up your heart and your shoulders before you come into those deeper back bends anyways. So as we're here, find your position. We're gonna do 3 curls. So exhale, curl, knit the front ribs together. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. Inhale, open. Last one, exhaling. And inhaling. Wonderful. Lean forward, roll forward all the way down. Hips drop down. 1 big inhale here in Sphinx Pose, reaching the chest forward. Awesome. Exhale, drop it down. Hands are outside and a little bit to the front now. So inhale, reach your head up first, then your chest, then your low back. Exhale, drop it down. We'll do 2 more of these. Inhale, curling up, neck, chest, low back. Maybe come a little bit higher. Exhale, drop it down. Last one. Inhale. Find your 70% range, wherever that is right now. Exhale, drop it down. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Inhale into seal pose. Exhale to your down dog. Pedal it out here. Feeling good. So now your back's nice and warmed up in all directions. You gave some activation, some decompression. You did it all. So let's drop the knees forward here. Lean back, sit on the heels. So we're gonna bend at the knees, or bend at the toes. Keep the feet up, but another variation, we're gonna come into camel pose. So if you're new to camel pose or it's too much of a back bend, we're gonna use blocks here, right beside the feet, like so. So there's plenty of variations we can do here. Maybe you just roll the shoulders back. Inhale, feel everything lift up through the spine. And you might just give a little curl here. You might stop here. That might be where you're at. You might be able to drop and find your blocks. Then send the hips forward. Feel the chest open up. And letting the head drop in camel pose is totally optional. I definitely like to. But if this is okay, you can go a little bit deeper. You can find your ankles maybe. So find your ankles, lifting the hips up, feeling it, the bend in not just your low back, but also your chest. Breathing fully. So we got 3 more breaths here. And if you notice, you can go a little bit deeper in time, you find flat feet. Full breaths. Feeling every part of the pose. Last inhale. And as you exhale, hands to heart center, engage the core as you come up and find a child pose. So regular child pose, maybe your hands to the sides this time, rock left and right. Oh, that's good. Camel pose will open you up and wake you up. So slowly come on up, scoot your legs through your hands, sit down on your back, go ahead and lie down. Take your time here. What we're going to do here is end with our bridge pose and wheel pose. So first, bring your feet to your butt to where you can touch the heels with your fingertips. Feet are hip width apart. Just inhale, lift the hips up, interlock the hands underneath the back, wiggle the shoulder blades together, and keep lifting the hips. Just a couple breaths here. Getting the legs warmed up. And we're going to come into our final pose, our finale wheel pose. So come on down slowly. Feet are still close to you. We're bringing our hands up above our shoulders. So with wheel pose, we just want to keep the elbows in, don't let them flare out. And I like to point my fingers outward a little bit. It helps with the wrists at first. So if you can, inhale, come on up onto the top of the head first. Strong head. Readjust your hands. And then come on up to your full wheel pose. Just finding your 70%. If it's too much, back down, come back into your bridge pose. And we're here holding for 3 more breaths. If it's not intense enough, scoot the feet closer. Full breathing. Maybe you do little rocks if that's in your practice. And in time, you can straighten out your legs more, opening up the heart more, making the low back stretch more intense. You do that at your own time. So come on down, nice and slowly. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock left and right. And take your time here. So this is where you might do some more reps of that wheel pose, seeing how you feel. But I hope you come back to the same flow, because in time you'll be able to do these variations, doing the deeper variations. But this is like the main little skeleton, where you hit the basics, where you can progress here. And again, progressive overload is the key. So I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, namaste.